Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Black Knights of Buenos Aires taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and this one is underway here on EA Sports. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. But you look at this defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Again, it's Pacheco. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well executed there on second down. So do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility. But now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
A give right side for Pacheco. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Cardinals at 4-7 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one. We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Pacheco headed right. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Here's Pacheco once again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your...
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 5. 18, looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
A gain of 36 yards. First down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle. Nifty footwork at the 45. And boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 4. Open man is Yoshivas. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Complete to Andre Yoshivas.
Okay,
a 5-yard gain on the play. And the Buenos Aires 1st down.
Back to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, it looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, well, the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. And the pressure will bring it down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Fielded at the 20. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel up the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
11 yards there, just like last play. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Yellow. 50, yellow. Hey, 43.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And Mahomes going to hustle him up to the line here. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's Grant. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Pacheco is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Here's Pacheco. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Isaiah Pacheco with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cards post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 4.
Come 19. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here.
This one caught downfield by Higgins.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. Mixon with a first down carry.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. But Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time, The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A gain there of 21 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. It's Mixon on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
79 Broncos.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's able to file forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you,
He seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
43. Attack! Hey, dribble it! Come back!
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On second down, here's Mahomes.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first down 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 22-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
From back at the 8 now after the false start, another try at 1st and goal.
Running left to give to Pacheco.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly.
Touchdown, Cardinals!
Isaiah Pacheco.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Cardinals will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on the defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability though to stop the pressure. And we saw another example of it there. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
18, high there. Trap 60. Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he has this down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 31 yards on the punt there.
And they will take over first and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And quickly, they get to the line. Now Mahomes.
They'll check this one down to Pacheco.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now third down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Pacheco gets it, tries the left side.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before it crosses crossing over out of bounds. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw. That ball complete to Isabella. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they try with Pacheco.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. That's complete right around the 8. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he? Touchdown! Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Lutz to try to add the PAT. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Yellow.
2nd down and 8.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with the defense out at timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the